everybody? Welcome to another episode of Let's Be Honest with your humble host, Tony DeShields. I'm so grateful, I'm so happy that y'all are here with me for another episode. And as y'all can see, and as y'all can hear, for those who are listening, I have another great guest, another solid guest. First time, I don't want to say first time on, I guess, the podcast, because me and you spoke multiple times before.
Definitely.
We had you on the Mary Mozzie episode.
Yeah, shout out to Mary Mozzie.
Shout out to Jocelyn too. She was on that.
Jocelyn.
And then I interviewed you at the Mary Mozzie event.
Yeah, you definitely did. So yeah, this is definitely the second time, but at first as just me and you as opposed to, you know, being around everybody during the photo shoot and all that.
For those of y'all who know, and for those of y'all who don't know, this is my man BIF, music artist, entrepreneur. The dude puts out just great content, in my opinion.
Thank you, man.
Especially this last album you put out. It's
Zero Likes, yeah.
Zero Likes for sure. We're gonna definitely dive into that. But there's so many things that come before the music. There's so many things that build up through the music. The music has to come from somewhere. The music got to be inspired by something. First things first, how have you been?
I've been good, man. Taking care of myself, working, trying to come up with new content as always. It's just trying to, listen to other people's music as well, paying attention to the environment around me. You know what I mean? I think a lot of artists get too caught up in themselves in a little box. Like, oh no, I'm just in my lane. Yeah, you can stay in your lane, that's cool. But that doesn't mean you can't listen to other people who are outside of your lane, because they might introduce you to other things that you can do just as good, or if not better than them.
They can inspire you.
And they can inspire you. That's all. Inspiration. That's all it is.
It might just have you trying different versions of, finding out different versions of your sound.
Exactly.
That's one of my biggest things about your project. The versatility I hear. I can hear the various aspects of inspiration. I can hear the various things that you tried to do in that project. So I gotta commend you for that first. How would you describe your growth as an artist?
Man, I grew a lot on this project, man. Zero Likes took a lot out of me, being as though I'm not on the block, man. I ain't on the block with the like the Rockies. Yeah. I'm a regular. I'm a regular boy. Work 9 to 5. I work 2 jobs, so it's just like I'm right in between all of that. Like and I go to school too, so I take classes online and everything. So it's just like I got attend the school work.
You're balancing.
I gotta go to work every day, and I gotta write 16s and hooks and bridges and all that type of stuff that comes along with music, and stay on top of it. So yeah, I think about Hov when he said try to write 16s in between running 16 businesses. That was real. Like when he said that, I started really learning. Like, damn, this is probably
that's the only way you can see when you. I guess what they call a quote unquote struggling artist, right?
Yeah,
when you trying to go after your dreams, real life's still going on in between it.
Yes.
It's so hard. It's a lot of.
It's not like you cutting the camera off. The camera's still rolling.
Definitely. A lot of us don't have that time. A lot of us don't really have that. I guess you say the time or resources to really just go all in on our craft or our dreams or something we've been wanting to try or dip our hands into. How do you divvy up that time? Because you mentioned balancing all those different things.
Yeah.
How do you find a way to compartmentalize this project?
Okay.
And then now, time for 9 to 5, time for family time. How do you just compartmentalize everything?
Okay, so how do I balance everything out? Right. Basically, it's like you remember when we used to have like agenda books and school, stuff like that, that really teach you like this is like the way of life, which is organization. Like you have to have everything you want to do, and I know I've been using this term a lot, but plays in order. Like you have to have everything that you want to do. Okay, I'm going to work. I'm going to my other job, and then when I come home, do I have schoolwork that has to be done? Do I have, all right, so Let me listen to a couple beats. Let me write a hook. I don't have to write I'm not writing 16s and all these crazy raps every day. No, I'm not doing that. I'm actually writing what comes to me when listening to the beat. If I listen to it and I like it, I'm gonna say to myself, you know what? Let me see what I can do with this.
It's more organic.
Then it's always organic. And then if I can't, I never force it. So I just either I can listen to it and I don't find anything, I can't get into it. I turn it off and I just might go to sleep or something, or I might, come back to it another day or the next day. It doesn't matter. And then family time is just always, if I can, I'll definitely put my time in. I put my time in. If I
it's
can.
not even easy, especially with the, balancing family time and dream time, or I guess you'll say entrepreneur time. That's not easy because you still got your obligations. Mom probably wants you to do this, or it's probably several things you could probably think of.
Exactly what you just said. You hit it on those. My mom probably want me to do something. Yeah. My dad might want me to do something. Yeah. So it was always obstacles along the way, man. Always. And I think that's everyone is going to experience that on their way to success. You have to learn how to juggle. I'm still learning. I want to be able to master it to a point where, all right, I know I can, but I don't think you can really master it. It's going to be an ongoing struggle.
I wouldn't even call it an ongoing struggle. I would probably say more so because you said master it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you're gonna have your struggles throughout trying to master something, but I would more so call it a long-term journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because see, journeys have their ups, their downs. They have your struggles.
Right.
You have your successes. So with you, so far, just based on everything you said and me listening to the music and just me just diving into your world that way from that avenue, there's an underdog mentality that just resonates through your music.
Yeah.
It's clear. It just permeates. Like, where does that come from?
Man, what I could say is it just come from, like we spoke just previously off camera, and like, yeah, you feel counted out. Like you feel like, oh, well, nobody, I don't believe that I can do it. Like, okay, well, I gotta show people, and I have to put my all into it to a point where you might hear it and you might scroll past it, but then you might, like, oh, wait, let me see what he said. He says, what he say? And that's when I got you. You know what I mean? So it's just like that mentality behind the music. I have to try to do something to have you gravitate towards this music.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just that underdog mentality. Like,
but that comes from a real place, though.
Yeah, it could definitely not made up at all. It's all authentic energy, and it's just from being counted out, from just being able to say to yourself, like, what would they think about this, or how would they feel about this, or
who's they? Like, where does that chip on your shoulder come from? Who's they?
I mean, like, they, as far as the people, the listeners, the consumers, the naysayers, all is theys. I mean, I don't want to put them all in one category, but you know what I mean? I really want people to understand, I want them to understand me, like, through my music. Oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'm not trying to paint a picture that I can't live up to outside of the music.
It gotta be true to life.
Exactly.
You can't fabricate. You can't put something there that's never existed.
Exactly.
Who instilled that in you? That come because when we're born, we're a blank slate. Who put that in you? Who showed you to continue to, hey, keep, go through this wall, find a way around it, find a way over it. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let them catch you out. Who helped you create that? Who helped you foster that?
I would say, like, as far as like my parents, or are you talking
we can go as far back as your parents. We can say people that you met along the way. Who would you say inspires you, just helps you just stay grounded?
Oh yeah, my mom, my dad, people, my family, like, cause they know me for being me. They know you for being me, more than anybody else, or probably your closest friends, and but I just feel like it's a solid ground, foundation with
and
your family.
And they support your music and
They
everything.
support my music and everything. Yeah.
That's thorough, man. A lot of people don't come from that. Like, I can say personally for myself, my family supports my my dreams of making it in podcasting and media and so on and so forth.
I know they do.
And I know I try to align myself with like-minded people who are going to push me to be better, and I'm going to do the same for them. But family is so important because that's the people you live with. Those people that see you at your lowest at the low, highest at the high, and if you don't have that support from family, it makes it that much harder to be as creatively free as possible.
I'm telling you, it is. Like sometimes you might not when I first started, you're not gonna have your family's not gonna be all the way in because there's gonna be some people who listen to the music. And some people who accustomed to listen to other people's music, ain't like, oh yeah, you not right there. You not on this level yet, man.
Right.
And yeah, I might not be on the level, but I can get there. Who says that I can't get there and if not surpass that level? Then the musician that you thinking is the top musician.
That's the problem, right there. They comparing you to somebody already.
That's what happened.
Now, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what your sound remind me of? There's nothing wrong with saying that, because now you just try to you just try to make associations and compare, big them up if anything.
Right.
Say, hey, your sound remind me of this. Like I see who you're inspired by.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to say, you trying to be like this person, or you're not gonna be as big as this person, or you got to do this to be successful. You got to be this. Listen, stop comparing me to someone else. That's the worst thing, and that's one of the things I had to learn on my podcasting. I can't allow other people to put me in the box they want me to be in.
Right.
And just like you said, you can't allow people to just put you creatively, musically in the box. You can't let naysayers influence the type of music you make. But you being such a positive person, and coming from such a sturdy family background, because again, I'm not gonna act like that's easy to come by these days.
No, it's not. It's not, especially in these times, because the young boys is going crazy. Yeah. They don't got no no foundation at home. None.
No OGs.
A lot of them don't, man.
And it's sad because you mainly see, coming from, Philly, you see mainly our people going through that. That shit is frustrating, honestly, for me. But when it comes to your own personal story, your own experience, it's not always, it's not times when you're always motivated or passionate, or it's not times where sometimes the music or the writing is not connecting.
Yeah. There's times like that.
Tell me about those dark times you go through where sometimes family ain't the answer. Sometimes it's something you got to do for yourself.
All right. So I can tell you a
lot.
We
all have.
Yeah. It's been times like in between the project Zero Likes. I could say I had lyrics written. I had beats picked out for certain songs. I'm like, oh man, like you mentioned, writer's block. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not forcing. I'm never forcing any song. If it's not flowing, I'm not going. Like I'm not going with it. Like I'll stop and come back to it before I try to force it, because I feel like when you force music, it's not coming organically, and the people are gonna notice what you did. Like like, oh yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, it seemed like he rushed through it.
Sometimes it may force you to go out of pocket.
Yeah. So those dark times, man. Those dark times is when sometimes you believe in a song and you got it written, and you ask somebody, you know what? Damn, what you think about this song? Somebody who opinion you really care about, and they like, no man, I don't think this is it. But you think that song is all that.
Yeah. You
could be right, or your man can be right. But it's a dark place sometimes, because when you really feel like it's a song, like, oh, this song is all that, and you feel like this person telling you no, and you like, man, I don't know if I want to come out. So it might be discouraging, and then discouragement comes like in those dark times too, because you are discouraged after, like, oh, I can't finish this song, or I can't finish, or I need money for this. You know what I mean? Those dark times too. Or I need money to do this. I need money to do this. I gotta do this. I can't go back to the studio as much as I want to because I got work. I remember we talked about the Air Maxes. That was our first episode.
That's actually one of my favorite conversations. One of my favorite segments because it's such a simple. It's simple, right? And when I say simple, the concept, the logic behind it is simple. Now, when it comes to making the actual decision, that is another monster in and of itself, because now you're playing tug of war.
Yep.
Should I buy these Air Max? Should I get fly?
Yeah.
Or should I put this money to something that's I'm not going to really see the return from it right away?
But that's what you gotta do.
But that instant gratification that when it comes to those Air Maxes, that's the most glorious decision at that time, right?
Cause you think I'm seeing the results right now. They look fly in my feet.
I'm
chilling right now.
Good.
Yeah, I look good right now.
Yeah, I see that. I can see the result. Right. I can see where my money went to. But when it comes to investing in your craft, investing in your, for you, your music, your entrepreneurship, because honestly, musicians, music artists, they're entrepreneurs.
No, they are.
It's a form of entrepreneurship because you have a product, which is your music, your talent, your skill set, and you want the consumer, the people, to buy in. But in order for them to buy in, you need to provide them with a value. But investing in yourself, I want to key in on that. How has that worked out for you? Because you talk a lot about putting your money where your mouth is, putting your plays in order.
Yeah.
How has investing in yourself shaped the way you create? Has it helped the way you create? Has it given you a lot more, I guess, creative freedom in your experience?
Invested in myself, yeah, it give you creative freedom, of course, because who can tell you what you can't do? If you are funding yourself, you're investing in yourself literally. So it's like literally, who can tell you, no, you can't do that? No. They can say what they think, but they can't tell you and push a button and say, don't put that music out. We don't believe in that song. Like, no, I believe in this song. My team, people, we believe. So we putting it out. It might not go platinum. And nobody might not understand. They might not come across it or whatever. It's cool, but you got to keep going. And that creative freedom of you keep going, like just throwing something at the wall into a stick. You know what I mean? That's the mentality you have to have. Like, just investing in yourself in all aspects. Promoting, videos, studio, and not just studio, because then you got to go back and get it mixed and mastered. That's another cost. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing about that. I wanna not to cut you off, but I want to key in on that studio thing, because when I'm starting to learn, and I didn't realize I was doing this until I realized what it actually was. Because investing in yourself, that's something I've learned. That's something I learned fairly new. Fairly new. That's fairly new to me. The whole term of it and
man.
I haven't been familiar with that word for longer than two or 3 years or so. So it's a fairly new word.
We pick up on it early. I mean, some people, we pick up on it. Sorry to cut you off.
You're fine.
We pick up on it. We tend to pick up on it like in our mid-20s, and as opposed to early 20s. I feel like some people may get the message earlier. So I can't say all of us don't get the message until we mid-20 and 30. No, I'm just saying most of us don't. Most of us do get it around 25, 26. You're like, oh damn, I gotta invest in myself. I gotta do this. I gotta take life more serious. So that's how I think it comes with that.
Yeah, and what comes with ownership, investing in yourself, comes ownership. Because you mentioned studio time and putting money to the studio time, right? Mm-hmm. What if you owned your own studio space? And what I mean by that is, you put your money, you say, okay, how much do it cost? What does it take to have a decent quality or high quality sound? What equipment do I need to create that in my own space, my own room, how so on and so forth. So you look it up. Okay, might cost this much. Okay, I need the stands, whatever it may take for you to have all the studio space, the stuff on the wall, the sound, the stay trapped, whatever it may take to own that studio or create that studio. You invest in that because now you own the gym you practice in. Now you ain't got to go to them, and you learning how the knobs work. You learning how to
levels and
you learn that. Now you can be way more hands on how you sound.
Yeah. You can enhance your sound on how you want. Yeah, like I have a few people who have invested, who invested in yourself a lot more than I do, as far as like getting their own studio space and really, hands-on experience with their own voice and levels and understanding their levels and mixing and mastering. But to me, I'm not there yet because I'd rather have an engineer that I know really knows how to do it. I'd rather just, I want to record the song. Let's keep moving.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So it's all depends on how you want to do it. You still investing in yourself either way.
Bottom line.
Yeah. So
I totally understand. We talked about the underdog mentality, investing in yourself. But in order to have all that, you need to have a certain level of motivation, like I talked about, in your music that's there. But there comes this. It's like this redemption, like you've been through something and you, by the grace of God, you was able to bounce back. Am I off in that?
Like, I feel like, in my music?
Yeah, so like, just listening to the music, I hear the pain throughout.
Oh yeah, man, it's just crazy, like in the song, I Still Cry, for instance.
That's one of my favorite joints.
Like it's just telling everybody, like, yo, listen, man, you can still be a man and you can still cry. You ain't gotta be hard as a rock and trying to go around hard and no, man, like, no, I still cry. Like, you gotta tell people, like, yo, you still, basically, I still go through life, real life situations, like you said, redemption, trials and tribulation. You go through the things that people may not see. You know what I mean? And you just I'm bringing it to light in the song. I'm talking about a young kid who I'm trying to tell them to stay away from the street. Like, I've never been in the street, but I'm just trying to tell him, like, yo, man, you don't want to do that. You can't get your life back. Once you dead and gone, like, it's over. You can't hit replay or restart. It's not Madden. It's not NBA. It's not 2K. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a lot. It's a lot of redemption in my song, man. In my songs, in my music. To be honest, it's like you just pouring yourself out to the world. It's just I can't really explain it.
No, I think you're doing a good job of that because two of my favorite songs happen to be I Still Cry and Churches. Yeah. And I mentioned the pain, and you coming from the city of Philly, you see so many people that look like us going through the most, and
definitely
the kids, the youth being put through so many dire circumstances, man. They being put through stuff where they saying things they shouldn't see at that age. They saying things they should have never seen. Yeah. Hearing things they should have never heard. You know what I'm saying? That's a real problem. And listening to your music, I feel you can pull somebody from that. Do you wear that cape? Like, do you carry that?
Yeah, yes, I definitely do. Like, if my music can help somebody, like, yo, man, I was about to do something stupid. I'm happy I didn't. I just put on this song whenever I feel like I want. I feel like that's what music is for. That's what music was created to make you feel. You gotta feel me through the music. So if you can't feel me through the music, or I don't make you feel no type of way, then either my music not for you, or I'm not doing a good job at music. That's how I feel. Like, as an artist, any artist should feel like that. If I can't touch you through it, then my music isn't for you, or I'm not good at it. Because it's either good or bad music. Like, yeah, we got a genres, but it's either good or bad. So if I can't reach you through it,
it either connects or it doesn't.
Or it doesn't.
I put a lot of pressure on yourself, though. Do you think?
It definitely does, man. Because somebody, like, if you put 10 people in the room and they all like, 10 people like, I don't like it, you are gonna feel some type of way as an artist because you're sensitive.
It come with it.
People might not say, people may not admit it, but a lot of them are sensitive, including myself. When it comes to music, you make music, you spend time. If you knew you spent X amount of hours writing this particular song, and 10 people stand up and say, "Oh, I don't like it," or you that shit goes down. Oh, come on! Like
That's
you mean to tell me, like, and you know you stayed up, you woke up out of your sleep, and you writing stuff down, and you, oh man, this
don't let it be about a personal story.
Oh,
let it be about something you really been through.
Oh my God! And then you didn't portray the right way in the song. What?
Man. But you know, it all depends on who you talking to as well. Everybody not judge and jury, damn nor not executioner. So, what's for that person may not be for that person, and vice versa.
Right.
You know, but you talk about putting your money where your mouth is constantly, and the project you dropped was independent from the muscle, and it was evident. It was evident you put so much work into it. The quality of it. That's one of the things I loved about the project more than anything.
Thank you.
I heard the quality. Like,
that's what I aim for.
The first, I'm like, I hear the quality in it. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like money was behind it.
Big on quality, man.
Seriously, and I want to commend you on that. I want to truly give you respect for that. You know, I really enjoyed the project for sure. Some of my favorite songs plays in order. The intro, Trenches, I Still Cry on You, Tell Me How. I love that song because it's almost like it's like it's like you giving in the game, but people still find a way to be mad at you no matter what. And it's like, listen, I'm not taking. I'm trying to show you at least how I'm doing it. I know how I'm doing it is safe. I know you don't need to do that. You ain't got to perpetuate that. But hey, it is what it is. Like tell me
too.
Word.
It's one of my favorite songs because when you think about everyone has gone through something in their life that we're judged for, but also can turn around and say, oh, well, but they like this. This is the type of person I am. How you gonna be mad at me? It's like you walking in a room, right? In a room full of people, and the room is dull. The room is, you know, everybody's sitting there like nonchalant, and you know don't want to be. But then you come in the room, you like, "What's up, y'all?" And you like, "Yeah, what's going on?" You know, like, "What's up, bro?" And you light up the room. Somebody in the corner like, "Oh, I'm mad. Yeah, BIF always gotta come in here. He just acting
It's
crazy."
crazy how some people take offense to that.
Like
they take offense to light.
Like, how can you judge me when you love me for the same thing? You love the fact that when I come around, you invited me. Like, yo, you invited me here. Now you saying I'm always trying to be the life of the party. Like, how I'm trying to be the life of the party.
In Philly, they be like,
if you invite me.
In Philly, they be like, "Oh, you Joe."
Yeah, oh, I'm Joe. How can you judge me when you love me for the same thing?
Seriously.
Like, and that's that part I know a lot of people can resonate with.
And then the same thing they shitting on you for, they'll probably show another brother love.
Love. Oh yeah.
I don't know, maybe their music connected with them more, which is fine. But you ain't gotta pull me down.
Or they don't know the person more too. Cause it's not even like, I'm pretty sure I make higher music than people who are at the top of the game or just or close to the top or whatever the case may be, because I'm that confident in myself and in my material.
Okay.
So other people will feel like, oh yeah, he not hot. Why I'm not as hot as him? Because you don't know him like you know me. That's what it is. You can call me and text me and say, "Oh, I don't like that." You could be in the studio when I'm making it and say, "Oh, I don't like that." But you can't tell him that. You can't pick up the phone and call him and tell him, "Yo, yeah, I ain't like that."
Familiarity breeds contempt.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
If you can see, if I could see you, I could touch you and say, you know what I mean? it's a different relationship that we had. Like say any artist you want to name, you be like, yo, you can call me like, yo, Biff, I'm calling him through, like we doing a podcast. You can't call certain people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you might can, but you might not get an answer. But that's all I'm saying is familiarity, like you said, is just dealing with people who wanna. Oh, okay, I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna tell him he corny, but I'm gonna tell him he hot.
You don't
Why?
know him.
And you don't know him. You don't even know him. How? Or why do you feel like his music is that much better than mine?
Confidence can intimidate people. That's something I've noticed. It's times I've been intimidated by someone else's confidence. I didn't shit on that person because they was confident.
That happened to me.
You know,
it happened to me.
It's just something I felt.
No, it happened to me.
I just felt it. You know,
Yeah,
and that's all. And I took it for what it was, and I was like, why do I feel this way?
It just inspire you, man.
And I was like, okay, I get it. That person standing 10 toes in their skin. They know who they are. They know what they feel. They know what they want to do, and they could care less who feels what way about what or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like either you're on your way to that place, or you've gotten to that place through your music or with the music.
I feel like I'm there. I feel like I can stand in front of Diddy, anybody. I'm like, yo, 0 likes. Yeah, how you doing? My name is. Yeah, you know what I mean? And shake hands and talk to you like a regular man, not ooh and ah and oh my God, can I take a picture? No.
You trying to work?
I'm trying to do business, bro. Like I could put all that to the side, but you tell me which one of these songs you like. And I'm serious. I'm like that at work too. They get hyped when the higher ups come in. Oh my God, yeah, don't do nothing. No, don't sit there like this. Don't always let me see you doing something. No. I'm not intimidated by certain people. I had to get to a point to where it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like intimidation is as far as like, you know, the higher ups or the people who's supposed to be. Like I feel like no. If that moment presents itself, I'll be ready for it.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up though, because you got to be ready for the moment when it comes. It's either gonna come sooner or later, but you got to put that work in so it can come when it's supposed to. Sooner or later is not what you need to worry about. You need to worry about it coming when it's supposed to.
Right.
And this project came out when it was supposed to happen. How does it feel to have this project specifically off your chest?
Yo, for like, I felt just like that.
Damn. Word.
Exhale, like yo, because I've been through it was so crazy. Like I've been working since like the top of, like not even this year, of course last year. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, I wanted to have a good amount of songs. So man.
You had more than you had to like.
Yeah, and I had to condense it, to a certain number that I felt.
A good number, by the way.
Yeah,
a great number, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had to put. People attention spans are, decreasing every day with all the material and content dropping. So I know I had to, be up on that. It was a crazy experience though. Like I was just happy to get it off, going through writing and recording and mixing and.
Yeah, what was that experience like? Just going in the studio. Were you going every day? Were you going when you could? Like how? How did the production of 0 Likes? How did that come to fruition?
I pretty much was going like either twice a month or more than twice a month. I don't know how I was doing it, but every time I go to the studio, it was for recording purposes only. Like I'm not one of them artists who sit down and I don't smoke, I don't drink in the studio, none of that type of stuff. I just like I'm focused. Like I don't.
You ain't got time to waste time.
I don't got time to. That's a good way to sum it up, man. I don't have time to waste time. I don't. Like I'm going to the studio. I want to record this. Pull the beat up. All right, I'm coming back. Mixing it. We're doing ad libs. All right, come on. All right, we got another track we gonna do, right? All right, yeah, I'm gonna get to this. Like I be on my engineer ass, like, but you know what I'm saying? Cause I believe in myself. We bounce ideas off each other.
That's what's up. Like building that relationship and holding him accountable was gonna hold you accountable because he's helping you carve out your sound and He's helping you develop your sound. Do you feel you accomplished what you planned to accomplish with this project?
Hell yeah! Shout out to John, man.
Shout out to John.
Beverly Executive Studios.
You recorded it in Philly, all in Philly?
Yes, all in Philly, and R3 banging. Like, shout out to him too. He recorded the song you like, On You. He recorded Lil Cocaine, and he also recorded Tell Me How.
This project really gives you so many sounds. It's you.
Those are two engineers I work with.
Yo, that's tough. This project, they helped you develop so many different sounds on this project. I hear so many different layers of who BIF is as an artist and what he's able to provide and where the potential may be. Like on Plays in Order, you came in with just pure energy. I was like, yo,
I recorded that one at night. At night, bro.
Yeah, you know what the vibe I get when I listen to that? That track made me want to drive fast. that song made me want to drive fast. That, like, bro, you. And we why Zero Likes? Because I like it. Why name it Zero Likes? Were you anticipating? Were you already anticipating hate before?
Not even hate, bro. It's like we talked about before.
Yeah.
That underdog mentality. Like when you first start your brand, where you start from?
Zero.
When you start to Twitter, when you start a business, what you start from?
You
normally start
zero
from
customers, zero income, zero revenue.
Exactly. So I said,
okay.
I had a conversation with my cousin. Shout out to Randall. Shout out to Skate. I said, oh, yo, I think I'm gonna name this joint Zero Likes because that's how I feel. I'm starting over. Like you said, I'm all about diversity. Like it's just Zero Likes. I'm got a clean slate. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to these songs. I'm like, yo, this sounds different. Every song sounds different. It
just shows what you're capable of. So whatever songs people gravitate more to, you go, okay,
I can give them more of this.
I can give them more of that. I can carve that out. I can sharpen that tool.
Yeah.
And then that still give you something in the toolbox.
Yeah. In
case you need to dive in your bag of tricks.
Yeah. My repertoire, right? Exactly. And that's how I feel. I feel like. No, man, Zero Likes mean a lot to me, and I got the shirts. I need one of them made too. I got you. I'm gonna definitely have them made, and it's not even just a saying. It's just like a way of life. Like Zero Likes, especially in this modern day that we're in right now. It's all about social media. Social media is all about likes. So I'm saying the opposite. Zero likes. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how I'm popping on social media or not. I don't care if or when somebody see or whatever. I'm just keep moving. I'm gonna keep going.
That could be a nice brand too. That's Zero Likes. You could turn that into like an actual brand.
That's my plan, bro.
Coupling that with the music.
That's what I'm doing.
Turn into a brand, man.
That's why I
already got an idea for someone's shirt.
Yeah, that's how I put it on.
We're gonna rap off camera though.
Did you see it, boy? You saw the Plays in Order video, so you saw the shirt.
Yeah. I saw the very first one you made. But I got an idea separate from that, just to give it a whole other dimension.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk off camera about that. I don't want to get it on the way.
No, definitely.
It's simple, but it's like I can see it. I can see that on the shirt. But you mentioned the video for Plays in Order. Dope video, by the way.
Thank you.
I love the camera work and everything. The little locations was dope too. Where did you shoot the scenes where it was the graffiti and the half pipe?
Oh my man, shout out to Heat Music. You know, TV is my man Steve. Like he filmed the location and it was in like.
And real quick, that was something you had to invest in also as well, right? The music video and everything. All from the muscle.
Definitely.
Just to make that clear, like people need to know. Even myself, because I invest in myself, my equipment, my tripod, so on and so forth. You need to invest in something you're trying to create. You need to invest. You need to put your money where your mouth is. You keep talking all this. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Pay the
and
girls in the video.
I'm not an elitist. I'm not above anybody. I got to put my money where my mouth is. I fell off of my podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting back. I feel a new energy.
No, you didn't fall off, bro.
I feel sharper. I had to take that time off for myself to really sharpen and think.
I did the same thing with music. It's the same thing. Everybody do it. Everybody go through those times. Those are the hard times that you just spoke of a while ago. Like it's nothing. There's nobody that can get through or around that process. I would say get around it. No one can get around that. Like. You're gonna go through a place where you like, oh, I won't fall back from this. I don't know about this right now. I want to chill. everyone's gonna go through it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like as far as the video, I went, you know, had to pay my man, even though that's my man, still paying for his services.
Yeah.
That's
respect.
We doing certain places, hit certain people up, see if they can come out, see if, you know, it was a lot. We had to literally get plays in order. That's exactly what we had to do. It was a challenge. We got through it. Thank God it wasn't a hot ass day. You know what I mean? But it's cool that
everything worked out in my opinion. Just seeing how everything came together, especially for your first video. I truly.
Oh, it's the first video off the album too.
First video.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got more.
Yeah, I got videos. Yeah, I had I got other. My first mixtape was Said I Couldn't Make It. My second mixtape was BIF Life Student of the Game. My first album was called Humble Until. And
I think I heard of that.
On Humble Until, I made two. I made I think 2 videos. Yeah. Wait, what's it? I can't even remember now.
So basically,
it was 2 videos. It was 2 videos.
So basically, including Zero Likes, you're 4 projects deep.
4 projects in.
And you're so, and you still so young as well. You still got so much time to put in that work and create the desired reality you want for yourself. You know, we was talking off air. The goal is to truly be able to support yourself comfortably, making your music.
Right.
That's the ultimate goal.
Ultimate.
And somebody I truly admire musically is Russ, the artist Russ.
No, he nice.
My man didn't get on until after the 11th project. You get what I'm saying? Like just putting in that work.
That's what I'm saying. Throwing something against the wall into a stick, and then they're gonna go back to all of those things that you did before, and then next thing you know, I think he started getting plaques from all that old stuff he put out.
And it's so crazy when he got on. You know what happened? He was able to build a catalog. Well, I'm sorry, not build. He already had the catalog. Once people got on him for one song, it's like, okay, where do I like this person? Do they have more music?
Yeah.
And now you just digging.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people find the songs they like, and whatever songs people gravitate towards. Now you have a foundation. You built something. Now you can make money off that, and you own that. That's something you own.
He talked that ownership shit, and it's deep. It's deep. And I listen to a lot of his stuff. You know, as far as like when he speak and what he talking about. I like some of his music as well. You know.
Who inspires you musically? Like, who are some of your favorite? Like, who are some of the artists that you would say inspires you?
I honestly, like, I know it may sound cliche, man, but everybody might say this, but I really, really did listen to these people. I listened to a lot to Biggie, Pop, DMX. I listened to a lot of T.I. I listened to a lot of, like, X, DMX. It's a lot of it's
heavy hitters.
Yeah, man. I listen to a lot of Nas in my lifetime too. You know, Jay-Z. You got to, like, you know what I mean. I gotta say the people.
In order to be great, you gotta say to the greats.
Like, they inspired me, man, and even to this day, still, because I listen to stuff that I probably didn't understand when I was younger. Listening to 50, too, like all of them.
I dig, man. That's so dope. That's so dope. And I'll be honest, you sound like you. Like I can't really compare you to anybody else right now. Right now, at least. I can't really compare your sound to anybody right now. So that's another thing to your original. All your project, were those all original beats as well?
You talking about on the project Zero Likes?
Yeah,
all original. All
original.
And I'll tell you one thing: Plays in Order.
That's big.
Plays in Order is an original beat that was made by the producer who just produced on Pop Smoke album.
Word.
Rest in peace to him. Yeah, Young Devontae. He made the Plays in Order beat, and he's also on number 17 on Pop Smoke album right now.
That's dope.
So yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
I know that beat was.
And I bought the beat from him. Well, I leased the beat from him then. That was like in February, before the Pop Smoke album just came out. So you just gotta imagine. So like I had a relationship, you know, just reaching out to him, wanting to give him his credit and say, yo man, I got something to your beat, and you know, I wanted to give you your credit, your BMI songwriting credit as far as the production, because you gotta give people they credit. So and you know, he gave me the info, and it was cool. And then ever since then, I sent him the video. Like, yo, I love this song. I love the video. This is good. So I'm gonna keep working with him, man.
It's tough, man. Like, 'cause that I like you. I like you on that beat a lot. So if you can like put out
we got something coming, man.
I'm pretty sure you got more coming, bro. But you was snapping on that joint. That was, like, everybody I played that song for, they said, yo, boy, like I hear the quality in that joint. Yo, he put work in that song. That's so hot.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. You told me that. Yep.
Yeah, man. I just want to definitely give the people I respect the flowers while they're here, man.
Thank you, man.
I gotta show love. Gotta respect it, and you know, I appreciate you for just, you know, sharing your story. That's the biggest thing, being able to just, you know, be entirely transparent about your journey and everything you've been through, because the thing is, we're all trying to figure it out. As young entrepreneurs, as young creators, whatever you're trying to do, any age, let me not even say young, but just, let's just talk about our age group right now.
Right.
People right now, we're trying to figure out where do we stand in this society. What can we do to manifest the things we want to happen? And by just being transparent and vulnerable and honest about the things you've been through, your ups and your downs, people are able to relate to that. People are able to take from that and truly apply it to their own lives and say, hey, you know what? I've been through something similar to that. Let me try their approach, because maybe the approach I've taken isn't working, or the approach it's so many things that can happen just by you just telling your story, being and just being unapologetic about it. That's the biggest thing. So I gotta respect you and commend you for that. And that's something I'm building this podcast on.
And you already got it. You've been building it.
And that's the thing. It's taking me about 70 to 75 episodes deep to figure out what direction I'm trying to take this podcast in. And I'm honestly, I can honestly say to myself and to you, I figured it out. I'm trying to base this podcast on just motivating people about other people's real life stories, and sharing my own personal stories, and developing myself as a creator as well by talking to people. Because I try to take something from each conversation I have with people. I try to truly just learn. I try to really say, you know what, that's a method I haven't tried yet. Let me apply that in my life. That's every episode, every podcast I try to make. Because I try to think of it as more than just an interview. This is a conversation. This is an exchange of energy. You know, this is an exchange of ideas. And I'm trying to truly build this podcast on that, just exchanging motivation, exchanging inspiration, exchanging ideas, exchanging energy. Someone who's watching this, I want them to be able to say, you know what, I am going to start my podcast. I am going to continue to make my music. I'm not going to stop. I've stopped multiple times creating.
Me too.
It can be many things, inspiration.
Me too, man.
It can be so many different things. Me just being lazy, not being consistent. But I want to be consistent with this, and I want to consistently give people dope content that they can just sink their teeth into. You know, and I get that just from you as well. The music you putting out, the music video, and also investing in yourself. That's something that's so huge. I'm truly an admirer of that. Just trying to, and also another thing as well. As creators and entrepreneurs, our mental health is constantly tested. We're always, like I said, those ups and those downs, and those ups sometimes get long. The ups, the downs always last longer than the ups. Always.
You know it. You gotta take time out for yourself. Like you said, the mental health. Like mental health is time for yourself, and how you make yourself feel when you're alone, and when you
learn a lot about yourself when you're alone.
Like you have to, like outside all the music, okay. He might tell me, yo, you nice, you might make it, yeah. But I gotta think about real life. All right, so now I'm off. What am I gonna do with this time? Like, am I gonna like rest when I know I should, or should I do something else? Like, you know, like you said, it's all about you putting them priorities ahead and understanding what you have to do for yourself.
Facts, man. So on that note, is there anything that you can honestly share with the people, tell the people? Because like I said, many people probably have something they want to try, something they want to put out there, something they've created. It could be a product,
Do it.
a business idea.
Do it.
What advice do you got for those people? That's just
Do it.
just execute, right?
I mean, yeah, just throw it out there, man. I love music ever since I first started listening to it. So, I mean, I was a listener before I started trying to do it on my own. So, yeah, that's how a lot of people started. They just threw it out there. You gotta test. You gotta test your pen. Test your pen. Test your thoughts. Put it out there for other people to see. Other people are going to give you. They're going to give you what they think. Whether it's constructive criticism or it's hate, you're gonna get both. So you gotta understand it comes with that. Like, you cannot get around that. People want to put out content and tell people how to think about it. You can't do that. You creating for consumers who are listeners. How can you tell them how to think? No, when you hear this song, you should be hearing no. They're going to tell you what they hear after you record the song and they listen to it. And you gotta listen to it. You're going to see how they feel. Because when you first start off, you don't have 10,000 fans. So you're going to have people who know you, who personally can reach out and touch you and say, yo, I don't like that. I think you could have did better on that. I don't like that song. Or I like this song better than the other song. I'm cool with that too. Like, oh, you don't like that song? That's cool. But she said you like this song though, right? All right, good. It's gonna make you feel good. But you gotta understand that criticism come with it. And hate comes with it too.
It's just that simple. I want to thank you guys for locking in on this episode of Let's Be Honest with me, your guest, or I'm sorry, your host. See, look at this, you guys. Biff, I want to thank you for truly just sharing, just sharing everything about yourself and your music on my podcast.
Oh, this your platform, man.
For sure, man. The Let's Be Honest podcast and myself is so grateful, so appreciative. My people, make sure y'all check out Biff's album, all his catalog. Make sure y'all check out that Zero Likes project. Please go dig in.
And listen.
Spotify, listen.
Yep.
It's some jewels in there, guys. Lock in on Biff.
And listen, Let's Be Honest podcast too. Not just this one. Go back and listen to the one before that, and before that.
That's love.
That's how we gotta do it. That's how we gotta do it.
For sure. And at the end of the day, creative people do different things. You guys, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. One love, y'all.
Definitely.